Most dangerous thing you can do as a parent, as a father, is to stay friends with a predator. You know who this person is. You know he's your friend, so you know he preys on young girls, 14, 15, 16, 17. You know that he is that kind of person. Yet you lie to yourself. You tell yourself that he does that to other children, yes, but he would never do it to your own child. You've never even allowed yourself to consider the possibility that this person may have already done it to your daughter or your son in some circumstances, and they cannot speak up about it. How do you think children get groomed in the first place? Do you think children are groomed by strangers on the streets? Most children were groomed by people they trust. And who teaches them how to trust and who to trust? You, as a parent. You are supposed to protect those kids. So if you tell them that this person is to be trusted, they believe you. The moment you bring a predator close to your family, the moment you vouch for this person, you have already lowered your child's defenses. You have this deluded mindset that friend will not do it to your child. Your daughter won't see a predator. Your child won't see a predator. Your child will see your friend. Someone safe, someone familiar. Because daddy said this person is his friend. You are putting your children's lives, including your son's life, in danger. Because some of these men also prey on boys. All because of one stupid brotherhood. If you listen to men, you notice how most of them talk about these friends. They never actually call them predators. They call it preference. My friends prefer young girls in secondary school, they will say, and they will laugh. Minimize it, they sanitize it, but at the same time, they swear he would never ever do it to their daughter or their children. Because according to them, he has respect for them. Respect? A man who preys on children has respect for you. A man who preys on children does not operate on respect. He operates on access, opportunity, and silence. And the most dangerous lie you can ever tell yourself as a parent is that even though he lacks control with other people's children, he will have control when it comes to your own children. You are delusional. It is entirely possible that he has already done it to your child and you don't know and probably will never find out. Because one thing about grooming is that it involves manipulation, fear, confusion, silence, and it works better when that child trusts that adult. So when you keep a predator around you, when you bring him close to your family, when you vouch for him, your child is the one who pays the price. Just like the case of the man who groomed his late friend's daughter, the 50-year-old man. This was his close friend. He cried at the friend's burial. He called him his brother. But instead of protecting that man's family, just like men claim to be protectors, he saw his death as an opportunity to exploit his daughter, to groom his 14-year-old daughter. Before any one of you comes there to say he didn't know his friend was like that, that's not true. Men know who their friends are. They know how they behave. They know the patterns. They talk about these things when they are having drinks, when they're watching football. They discuss these things. They talk about it and they treat it like it's nothing. Yet you kept him close to your family and allowed that trust to thrive. Thankfully, he didn't succeed. Not because he stopped himself at some point, but because that child was able to outsmart him and escaped. When you keep predators close to your family in the name of brotherhood, one day your children will pay the unfortunate price and live with the trauma because you chose brotherhood over the safety of your family. Isn't it funny that men keep their predatory friends but tell their wives, their girlfriends, not to be friends with their unmarried friends? Because as far as they are concerned, those friends are bad influence. But your predatory friend isn't a bad influence.